really interesting to study the cycles that goes on around us all the time. We have the yearly cycle with the seasons, we have the monthly cycle with the moon phases that affects us, we have the daily cycles with the fluctuation of yin and yang throughout that as well. And there's always a growth and decline of energy going on around us in different ways and inside our energy system. And the ancient Daoists and Chinese medicine practitioners knew this, and they mapped out guidelines for us how to live in sync with these cycles to help utilize the energy that's around us. And if we for example, are too active in wintertime when we're supposed to rest more, then we can deplete the energy that's supposed to go deeper and nourish the kidneys and the deeper organs at that time. And in the summer, then there's this peak of yang and energy coming, which was started in spring. In spring we have the burst of new energy, new creation, and that grows all throughout the summer, and when it reaches its peak, that's the peak of yang. So to help utilize this energy and connect with it, we can stay more active, and especially staying more physically active is good to make sure that the pores and the body doesn't stagnate, because there's this energy, extra energy that wants to move, and if we don't activate with that, then that can cause a little bit of stagnation. So if you're not feeling as strong or energetic as you'd like to be, then now in summer is a great time to help utilize this extra energy to help boost yourself. So we can find a new strengthening routine or start more physical exercise to help boost that. Or of course we can use this extra energy to help boost our internal practice if we're into Neigong or meditation. And it will serve as this extra energy can serve as a catalyst to create more transformation and change inside your body and in your practice. The season of summer also relates to the energy of the heart, because this yang energy of summer is expansive and it's very warm. That's also the movement of the heart that we want. A healthy heart has a good expansion around it, so it enables us to express love and connect with others. So to help stimulate the energy of the heart in the summer, then we want to do things that makes us feel joyful and helps us connect with others and express love in all different ways that we can do that, being caring for others, laughing, humor, being giving, opening up the heart. All of this is good and regulates and stimulates this heart field and the health of the heart. If it's difficult during COVID times, the weird COVID times that we live in, to see loved ones, then explore other ways of stimulating the heart energy. So expression also stimulates this energy. So it can be anything that makes you express and stimulate this movement in and out, that free movement. It could be anything like singing or writing or whatever makes you feel like you can express yourself or makes you feel joyful. So you can explore with that. If it's difficult to connect with loved ones during this time, then that's another way of benefiting the energy of your heart. And this energy of the heart does not only govern the connection to others around us, also our need for connection to the divine. So our connection to something higher. So to help stimulate this energy of the heart is also a good idea to do spiritual practice to help activate this need for something higher and connect with something higher in us and our Shen, our spirit. Neigong and Qigong practice is another way to help stimulate these different pulses that we want of the organs, so the expansion of the heart, or the free flow of the liver and the energy in the body. So that's another way to regulate yourself and your health, and also brings a deeper spiritual aspect to it once you get deeper into it. And during summer we also want to practice to be easygoing and not hold grudges, because that can hinder this relaxed, expansive, joyful feeling that we want. In Chinese medicine, the health of the heart is manifested on the face, so its color and its luster and its fullness. And if the heart gets too hot, it doesn't like that. If there's like too much emotion, mental activity, or maybe unhealthy lifestyle or diet, then that can create too much heat around the heart. So then that will manifest on the face. We can get red cheeks and also feelings of manicness, hyperactivity, maybe difficult to sleep or anxiety. All these things are signs that there might be a little bit too much heat around the heart. And also, if the energy gets too deficient or cold, then we can become a bit too shut down, a bit more sad, depressed, and block the outside world away from us and not wanting to express or connect with it. It's in Chinese medicine also said that the Shen, our spirit, is housed in the heart, and it opens up to the eyes, so we can also see the state of someone's spirit by looking at the eyes in Chinese medicine. So if they look nice and vibrant and sparkling, then that's a good sign of the spirit and the heart energy. If they look dull and a bit depressed, then that's a sign that there's something going on with the energy of the heart that needs looking at. And we can use any of the aforementioned tools that I've talked about, or also acupuncture can be very useful to help regulate the energy of the body. As the heart doesn't like to be too hot, we want to be careful in the summer to not overheat too much, because that can affect the health a bit negatively. So just be careful to not do that. And in the summer we can have a bit more sex than in the winter time, according to Chinese medicine. Because in the winter time the energy goes deeper inside the body and particularly nourishes the kidneys, and the essence of the kidneys is the jing, the sexual essence. So we don't want to expel too much of that in winter time when it's supposed to nourish this area, especially if you're male. Females, the jing cycle moves a little bit differently, so it's particularly males that should be careful to regulate the amount of sex in winter time. But in the summer the energy is more out, then we can have more sex without depleting this energy. But of course we still want to have a good amount. We don't want to overdo it, because then that can still deplete the kidney energy. To find a good amount of sex that's beneficial to have for your age, you can find that in a list in one of Daoist books called Comprehensive Guides to Daoism. But an easy signs to know if you're depleting the kidney energy is if you get a bit of backache or knee ache after sex, then that's a sign that it needs strengthening and probably less sex or regulating the sex. To connect with this yang energy as well, we still want to go up early in the morning, like in the springtime, because that's the start of the day. That's when the yang activity gets strong again. So we don't want to be lazy and stay in bed if we want to try to connect with that. But different from the springtime, in the summer we can go to bed a little bit later because of this extra energy, and still be in balance with the cycles and the energy. But if you get tired, then you don't want to stay up too late. You still want to be able to go up nice and early to connect with this yang energy. So in summer and spring we want to build this energy, and in autumn and winter time that will be more for conserving and storing and nourishing the deep parts of the body. But now the energy is moving out and becoming active, so we want to do the same. As I mentioned before, there are different ways that we can connect with this extra yang and energy that's in the environment of the summer right now. In this video we're going to focus on the more physical aspect because it's easy to do, and the Neigong part, where we work with the internal internal energy or with that pulsing expansion of the heart that it naturally wants for good health. It's more tricky and takes more in-depth program, which you can find already online in our school if you happen to be interested in that. But in this video we'll focus on trying to connect more with this extra energy around us by using the physical body, being more physically active, using it to gain more strength and more chi. The thing is, if we don't move, we will lack chi after a while because we don't use the body, we don't use the energy, so the body produces less. And same for the opposite, if we don't rest or sleep, we will in the end lack yin substance, which is the quality that allows us to settle the mind and also cooling aspect of the body, and the yin time also nourishes the blood. So we need both a balance of activity and rest for good health and internal balance. And in this video we're going to do a short physical exercise routine, which is really simple and is for anyone who doesn't really have their own physical strengthening routine and just looking for motivation and inspiration to become more active and move more. So I keep it quite easy and do some easy versions. We'll focus a little bit more on the core, because it's useful for everyone to have good core stability for good health of the spine and this whole area, and also it's useful for internal arts if you're into that. And all throughout this session I want you to open the eyes a little bit, because the Shen, our spirit, extends out to the eyes, and this is the gateway for communication to the outside world, between the outside and the inside world, combined with the heart. So you probably know yourself, like when you're tired, the eyes become smaller and you feel more calm, maybe a little bit more turned inwards. But if we open the eyes gently, then that can help us feel more alert and also stimulate the spirit a little bit, the Shen. And another way to stimulate the heart energy, I say another way because the spirit of the eyes, the Shen, is rooted in the heart, and if we smile, have a gentle smile, then that pulls through the tissues here and it pulls the tissues around the heart open. So it actually encourages this healthy expansion that we want for a good and happy heart. So keep the eyes nice and alert and a nice gentle smile, and you might already feel like that stimulates a little bit of, makes you feel a bit lighter, a little bit more on the go, maybe a little bit more happy in a subtle way. If we let the mouth come down and feel sluggish in the eyes, it just brings the energy down a little bit. You can try it by yourself. If you listen inside and you do that, it feels different to smile, open the eyes. It just feels like it encourages the outward expansion of the Shen and the heart that we want. We're gonna start with a little bit of bouncing to get the blood flowing, as the heart regulates the blood flow through the body, and it's also that the blood that the Shen, the spirit, is anchored in towards. If you can't bounce, then just do some high knees, open the knees out, the hips out, but if you can, bounce a little. And fill the lungs with air, breathe nice and deep. Swing the arms a little, release tension around the shoulders. let it bounce through the whole body. And let's stimulate the blood flow a little bit more. So if you can, some high knees. If that's difficult, then do it slowly. Whatever's best for your body. Down, bounce, keep that gentle smile, alertness of the eyes, get our heart energy going. And high knees again. A little bit faster. Down. And settle the legs down. Rotate the hips around. And the other way. And we're going to lay down onto the ground. And we're going to cycle. Lengthen one leg out and in. Let it gently stimulate the abdominals. Let it lengthen nicely through your hip, your knee joint and your ankle joint. Keep that happy smile. Doesn't it feel good? Moving and smiling. Relax down, take a few breaths. And one more time. Cycle. Really lengthen through that foot. Smile. We try to keep the head off the ground a little bit. A few more, maybe 5 more. Relax down, take a few breaths. Keep that nice expanding smile. And now we're gonna, if you can, we're gonna take both feet in and lengthen both feet out. When you're out, make sure that the back is touching down towards the floor. We don't want the back to come up too high. In, open, in, open. If it's difficult to totally lengthen the legs, then just go as far as is comfortable. Do it smaller. Open the whole body into the center. Open, in. 2 more. And relax down, take a few breaths. Keep that good smile. One more breath. And one more time. Same one, into the center. Open. In. Open. Keep the head off the floor. Two more. Last one, pause in the extension. Lengthen everything. And relax down, take a few breaths. Keep the eyes nice and open. Good smile. And up to the front. And we're gonna run on the spot a little bit. If this is tricky, then you can work on working from the knees under the floor and up, straighten the body into a good push-up position. Knees on the floor, up, till you get that strong. But if you're okay, then do a few more runs. Down, sit back, roll open the chest a few times. Let that open the tissues around the heart. Keep the eyes and the mouth smiling. And one more time. Down. And run a few times. Keep the breath nice and good. Keep that happy smile. A few more. Down. Back. Roll open the chest. Smile. And now we're going to do some wide push-ups on the floor, either on the knees or on the feet. Keep them quite wide out with the arms. Okay, so first of all, straighten the body, show in a good position. And if you keep the knees down, then try to keep the body fairly straight. And down towards the floor. Down, up. Down, up, as close as you can. And if you want harder, keep the legs straight. Down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Back. Sit back over the legs. Take a few nice deep breaths. And we're going to do 10 more. So, either on the knees or on the feet. Keep the arms nice and wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lengthen through the body. Make sure that your bum doesn't come up or go down. Keep the body straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back over the legs. Lengthen your arms forwards. Breathe. Keep a nice big smile. And roll up. Lengthen through the spine. Lengthen through the neck. Feel that lengthening through the whole spine. Take a couple of breaths. Keep the good smile. And up into your legs. 2 more exercises. So we're going to do some squats, just a few. And either go all the way down. Make sure you keep your knees over your feet. And make sure you sit into your quad and don't sit into the knees. So into the quad, so we protect the knees. Okay, if you need higher version, then just go down a little bit and we can support ourselves on the knees if you need it as well. You choose whichever version you want, and let's do 12. 1, 2, 3, keep the smile, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now take a few breaths. Feel the eyes nice and expanded, only gently. Don't be too crazy, just a little bit. One more breath. And 12 more, whichever version is best for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, smile, 10, 11, 12, up and breathe. Shake out the legs. And let's finish off with something a little bit more relaxing. So just take a shoulder width stance, settle down. And we're just gonna open the tissues around the chest and the heart. Hands in front, curl them in. And then we're gonna open the chest. Smile. And your hands go as far back as you can. And then we rotate them forwards and back, forwards. And now when we open, don't think of moving the arms, think of spreading from the heart area. So mind in the chest, let it open. Now move the arms around. Slowly to the front. Open. Slowly to the front. Mind in this area, in the chest. And try to get the spreading, opening up a little bit further. Each repetition, all the muscle fibers and tissues can unbind a little bit more. Slowly to the front. Open from the center. This time hold it a little bit. Breathe. Smile. And really open your palms as well, so we get the stretch all the way from the center of the chest, inside of the arms, and through the center of the palm. Because the heart, when it gets emotional, it gets too hot, it vents heat from the palms. So we're making sure that we have good open points and channels through the inside of the arm where the heart channel runs, then it's able to function better and protect the heart from too much heat. Forwards. A few more times. Open, center of the chest, spread. Open the eyes, smile. Slowly forwards. Keep the stretch on the palms and all the fingers. And then open from the center of the chest, back. And forwards. Keep the mind inside your body. So when we open, we are aware of all the tissues spreading. and hopefully releasing better. 2 more times. Keep it nice and slow. Pause for a couple of breaths. Feel that nice stretch through all the fingers, inside of the arms, and the center of the heart area, chest area. Maybe you can open a little bit more now. Maybe you can bring the arms back further. If you want to, you can just stay here for a little while. Get that spreading going. Forwards. Last time, from the center of the chest, get it open. Smile, breathe. Keep that stretch on the inside of the arms and the palms. Doesn't that feel good? Will also help open up the lungs and the breath. The lungs and the heart work together a lot in Chinese medicine to regulate the energy in the upper torso and the emotions. Slowly forwards and come into a neutral position. And just release the arms by the sides of the body. Just close the eyes. And just for a few breaths, be aware and listen with the mind inside. Let that change and small transformation that we made in this video just settle in deeper as we become conscious of how the body feels and how we feel. Okay, thank you. Hopefully you feel motivated to stay a bit more active during the summer and help boost yourself with some extra energy and strength. And hope the smiling and the openness of your eyes and the spirits will help open your chest area and the heart and the energy of the heart better.